It's a new beginning for UB football. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video of Sports Talk Buffalo. After a disappointing 3-year stint under former head coach Maurice Linguist that saw the Bulls go just 14-23 with one bowl appearance, that being a win against Georgia Southern in the Camellia Bowl, Linguist has decided to leave Buffalo for a job as the co-defensive coordinator for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, usually it is a very bad thing when your group of 5 head coach leaves for greener pastures. However, I believe that this could potentially be a blessing in disguise for the University at Buffalo, as Coach Mo could just never seem to put things together on the field for this program. And there were rumblings inside the building that suggested that Coach Mo may not have been ready to assume a head coaching role so early in his career. Now, of course, this left UB with the task of finding a new head coach. In enter Pete Lembo. Now, Lembo had an extensive coaching career, which started in 1992 as a grad assistant for FCS Albany University. Lembo has been a head coach for 3 different Division I programs, including 2 FCS teams, which were Lehigh and Elon, that saw him go an impressive 79-36 in his time with those 2 teams. And he was also the head coach of one FBS team, that being in the Mid-American Conference with Ball State, where he had a record of 33 wins and 29 losses, as well as a 23-17 conference record in his time at Ball State. Now, since arriving, it seems that the mood has shifted around the program, as Lembo had been able to keep some of the highly recruited players signed on at UB. They did not flip their commits, as well as being able to keep some of the highly sought-after talent that was already here at UB from entering the transfer portal and potentially taking up starting positions in other schools. Lembo was even able to bring back stud linebacker Sean Dolak, who had transferred to Utah just 4 months prior. Now, the season starts in just a few weeks as Buffalo opens up their season against their FCS opponent in Lafayette on August 29th. UB will have several high-quality defensive players returning for Lembo's first season, as former third-team All-American safety Marcus Fuqua will look to finish his career strong in Buffalo. Again, thanks to Pete Lembo for being able to keep such a high-quality player on the back end and a veteran on the back end for this transition into the Lembo era. Also returning from last season is standout corner Charles McCarthrins. McCarthrins had 34 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 3 passes defended, and 3 interceptions as a true freshman here at UB. He was one of the standout players on defense all of last season for the University at Buffalo. Truly a great sign that he wants to stay here at UB. Buffalo will also be sporting 2 very good linebackers in Khalil Murdoch, who had 60 tackles, 2 sacks, and 9.5 tackles for loss last season in the absence of Sean Dolak, who was injured for a majority of last season, as well as, I mentioned earlier, the return of Western New York native Sean Dolak, who as a junior led the nation in solo tackles with 97 to go along with 13 and a half tackles for loss and 4.5 sacks. As I mentioned last season, Sean Dolak spent most of his season injured, which is why he is able to come back for his graduate year season with this University at Buffalo Bulls teams. Once again, absolutely fantastic job getting Sean Dolak to return to Buffalo to finish out his collegiate career. All in all, UB's defense should be in very good hands as a number of very solid starters are returning to this UB lineup to start the 2024 season. However, it is Buffalo's offense that is going to be a lot more of an unknown heading into the 2024 season, as their starting quarterback from the past 2 seasons, and Cole Snyder, has transferred to another MAC school in Eastern Michigan. Buffalo's top 2 running backs from last season are also no longer with the Bulls, in Cooks Jr. graduating and Mike Washington transferring out of UB. Not only that, but the Bulls' top 4 pass catchers from a year ago have all graduated from the University at Buffalo, which leaves them with little to no experience, at least at UB, left on their roster. However, there are going to be some players to watch for on the offensive side. The first of being, of course, at the quarterback position, CJ Agbana, who is the leading candidate as far as I hear from the people close to the program, that he is poised to be the starter at the beginning of the 2024 season. In limited action last year, Agbana was able to go 8 of 21 for 87 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. However, he wasn't really used as a quarterback for a majority of the season, as he was used as more of a runner. He saw 51 attempts for 214 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also, look out for Western New York native Nick McMillan to assume the number 1 wide receiver spot, as he has had back-to-back years of very, very strong spring games, and in limited action last season caught 13 passes for 180 yards and 1 touchdown, and also had 2 carries for 20 yards. I believe Nick McMillan will have a breakout season for the University at Buffalo. He has been very, very good, as I mentioned, in the last 2 spring games for UB. An explosive player to watch heading into next season. Overall, this season is a new beginning for this program, as it's going to start the Pete Lembo era. Now, Lembo has seemingly brought a ton of new energy to the University at Buffalo football program, and we all hope that Lembo is the answer to get this team back to being a consistent MAC powerhouse. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are there any other players that we need to look out for in the 2024 season? And what you guys think UB will be able to accomplish in Lembo's first year. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. Also, check out some merch. The links are always in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic week.